Pity American Motors. Throughout the late 1960s and early 70s, the small automaker from Kenosha, Wisconsin, dreamed of running with Detroit's giants. It had ambition, a rebellious streak, and flashes of genuine brilliance. But competing head-to-head with the big three, Ford, GM, and Chrysler, was an uphill battle. Nowhere was that struggle more apparent than in AMC's attempts to carve out a place in the booming muscle car market. When AMC launched the Javelin and AMX in 1968, the company showed it could build cars that stood shoulder to shoulder with the Ford Mustang, Chevrolet Camaro, and Dodge Challenger. The AMX, in particular, was a bold two-seater designed to deliver genuine performance without the bulk of a traditional pony car. It was a sign that AMC understood the thrill of speed and the appeal of individuality. Yet the company's lineup still lacked a proper middleweight, something to challenge the GTOs, Roadrunners, and SS Chevelles that prowled Main Street on Saturday nights. AMC's attempts were admirable but inconsistent. The 1970 Rebel machine was perhaps the boldest statement the company ever made. A brash, red, white, and blue muscle car that looked like it belonged on a drag strip. But just as quickly as it appeared, it vanished. Its successor, the 1971 Matador machine, lacked both the looks and the spirit of its predecessor. Stripped of visual drama, it failed to ignite passion among buyers, and few were ever built. There were bright moments like the 1969 Hearst SC/Rambler, a small, feisty car that could humble bigger rivals. Its outrageous paint scheme and high-revving V8 made it an icon among die-hard AMC fans. But again, it was gone after one model year. That inconsistency became AMC's curse. Flashes of brilliance that never built into momentum. Enter the 1971 Hornet SC/360. Built on the lightweight Hornet platform, it was AMC's last true attempt at affordable muscle. Compact and unassuming, it packed a punch few expected. Beneath its modest exterior lay a 360 cubic inch V8, and when equipped with the Go package, it became a legitimate street sleeper. The functional hood scoop, fat tires, and dual exhaust hinted at its potential, while the 4-speed manual and 8,000 revolutions per minute tachometer invited drivers to push the limits. It wasn't just about straight-line speed, it had balance, agility, and a sense of purpose that made it more than a brute. Still, fate had other plans. The muscle car era was collapsing under the weight of insurance surcharges, emissions regulations, and changing tastes. Buyers no longer wanted high-performance compacts. As a result, only 784 Hornet SC/360s rolled off the line before AMC quietly discontinued the model mid-year. What might have been a breakout success instead became a rare footnote in muscle car history. Today, the Hornet SC/360 stands as a reminder of AMC's determination to fight beyond its weight class. Finished in eye-catching Limelight Green metallic, this example, complete with its Go package, 4-speed manual, and split bench seat, is both a survivor and a symbol. It captures that brief, shining moment when AMC dared to dream big, even as the world around it changed. Join Muscle Car Campy as he explores the mechanical heart and nostalgic soul of this underdog muscle car. Because sometimes the most interesting stories in automotive history aren't about the winners, but about those who fought hard, even when the odds said they shouldn't. The Hornet SC/360 was, in many ways, AMC's last stand in the age of true muscle. It represented everything the company stood for: innovation on a budget, courage in the face of giants, and a willingness to take risks when others played it safe. AMC didn't have the vast engineering budgets of GM or the deep pockets of Chrysler, but it had creativity and heart. The SC/360 embodied that scrappy spirit, giving enthusiasts something raw and authentic when corporate performance elsewhere was starting to fade. Under the hood, the car's 360 cubic inch V8 was shared with other AMC models, but tuned to deliver surprising vigor. When equipped with the Go package, output jumped to 285 horsepower and 365 lb-ft of torque, enough to push the lightweight Hornet through the quarter-mile in the low 15-second range, right alongside its rivals from Plymouth and Dodge. It wasn't the most powerful car on the road, but it didn't need to be. What made the SC/360 special was its combination of balance, affordability, and character. The interior reflected AMC's practical yet distinctive approach. A reclining split-bench seat replaced traditional buckets, offering both comfort and an old-school charm. The driver's view was dominated by a large tachometer and simple, functional gauges. It wasn't flashy, but it felt purposeful. A blue-collar performance car built for real enthusiasts, not corporate showrooms. The 4-speed manual, with its short throws and solid engagement, added to the raw connection between driver and machine. On the road, the Hornet SC/360 delivered the kind of driving experience that makes you grin without trying. It felt lighter than it looked, quick to respond to steering inputs, and playful through corners. The small dimensions made it nimble, while the V8's torque made passing effortless. It was a car that begged to be driven hard, to bark its tires leaving a stoplight, and to cruise down Main Street with confidence. But despite its charm, the Hornet SC/360 never had the marketing muscle it deserved. AMC's advertising budget was tiny, and most buyers looking for performance never even knew the car existed. By the time word spread, the oil crisis loomed and the golden age of muscle was over. The SC/360 vanished quietly, its story buried beneath the roar of bigger, louder names from Detroit. Yet decades later, enthusiasts have come to appreciate what AMC built. The SC/360 is now recognized as one of the most underrated muscle cars of its time, a pure expression of the American independent spirit. Collectors value its rarity, but what makes it truly special is its honesty. It wasn't built to impress executives or win magazine shootouts. It was built to give ordinary people a taste of excitement and pride in a car that felt uniquely their own. Today, standing before a perfectly restored Limelight Green SC/360, you can almost feel that Underdog energy radiating from its chrome and steel. Every line, every rumble from its exhaust, tells a story of defiance. A small company daring to believe it could make something great. It's a story of grit, heart, and a kind of optimism that defined an era when passion, not profit, drove performance. In the end, the Hornet SC/360 isn't just a car. It's a symbol. A reminder that greatness doesn't always come from size or success, but from courage. AMC may have been outnumbered and outfunded, but with the SC/360, it proved that even the smallest fighter can still leave a lasting mark on American automotive history. Today, more than 5 decades later, the Hornet SC/360 stands as a time capsule from the twilight of the muscle car era. What was once overlooked as an oddball compact with a big engine has grown into a symbol of individuality and rebellion. A car that dared to exist when the tide was already turning against high-performance machines. Enthusiasts now see it as a rare expression of AMC's ingenuity, the company's refusal to conform to Detroit's norms, and its relentless pursuit of something different. At car shows and auctions, a genuine SC/360, especially one with the Go package and factory 4-speed, is now a prized find. Collectors admire not just its rarity but also its story. The story of a company that believed performance should be available to everyone, not just those who could afford the biggest names in the business. The Limelight Green hue, once seen as too bold for mainstream buyers, now perfectly captures the car's character. Confident, unconventional, and full of personality. Driving one today is an experience unlike any other. It feels raw, mechanical, and alive, a direct connection to a time when cars were built with heart instead of algorithms. The Hornet SC/360 might not have rewritten history, but it has earned a place in it. It reminds us that greatness isn't always measured by sales or fame, but by courage, and few cars embody that spirit more honestly than AMC's Forgotten Fighter. In the broader picture, the Hornet SC/360 represents more than just a rare performance car. It embodies an era of experimentation and freedom. American Motors knew it could never outspend its rivals, so it outthought them instead. It focused on individuality, crafting machines that appealed to drivers who wanted to stand apart from the crowd. The SC/360 captured that perfectly. It wasn't about glamour or luxury. It was about grit, accessibility, and the pure joy of driving something built with purpose. For those who own one today, the SC/360 is more than a collectible. It's a statement piece, A reminder that true enthusiasts don't always chase the most famous nameplates. They chase stories, soul, and authenticity. Every rumble of its V8 is a heartbeat from a forgotten era. A sound that echoes the optimism and determination of a company that refused to be ordinary. As the automotive world continues to evolve toward electrification and automation, cars like the Hornet SC/360 grow even more significant. They remind us of a time when performance was personal and mechanical, when a simple 4-speed and a small block V8 were all you needed to feel alive. The legacy of AMC may have faded, but its spirit still thrives. Every time an SC/360 fires up and roars down an open American road,